So this is how a honey operation looks. Jackie's out here and she is extracting while I'm going hive to hive to see exactly who has honey and if we can pull it, if it's capped over, if it's at the right moisture content. Let's get right over to the colonies. You guys will see exactly how I do it. So usually I like to pull only one colony at a time. So as I go through and find them, Jackie's usually getting done with the colony that I brought her beforehand. What I do is I bring an empty box here. So what I do, I fill up all the frames from the original medium super on the colony. Leave that box empty for a little bit. Then I'll bring those frames back over, replace them where they were, and I'll let the bees clean up the rest. So, almost got stuck. Quite simple. Hive tool, bee brush, smoker, our empty bucket, or empty box. We're going to move this out of the way. A little bit of smoke to our entrance. Put the bee brush out of the way for now. We're just going to go ahead and pop this up. Give them some smoke. Not many beekeepers will show you what's going on with honey production. I feel like that'd be something cool to see. So, you can see, this colony has swarmed a bunch of times. They've got bees, but they have absolutely no honey up top. Let's see, we're going to pull a couple of boxes, well, a couple of frames, I should say, and we're going to see exactly what's going on below here. Yeah, so they still have plenty of stuff that they could be drawing out. So there is honey down in this box. I don't think we'll be taking any of it though. Oh, it's dark stuff too. So we're just gonna let these bees be, unfortunately. Let's spin this around. Don't hit my hands, please. They're thinking about stinging. They're getting frisky. We must be dearthed, or at least close to a dearth. But the thing is, it's also cloudy out, so that could be why they're a little testy today. Oh, we're about to get stung in the hand. She almost thought about it. So they're drawn. And here we've got honey. I might have to put my gloves on in a second. They're really not happy today, I'll tell you. This is a honey rainbow, you can see. Goes up and over. Looking down in here, we have eggs. And pollen. They're really thinking about hitting me. I'm going to go through a couple more frames and I will get back to you guys on this colony here. I'm thinking we're going to have honey right there. Unfortunately with the other colony, turns out they're actually queenless. It's probably why they're not drawing wax well or storing honey. So we're going to have to figure out if we could graft a queen in time and pop her in there, or if we can come across a colony that is queenless currently. Not queenless, I should say swarmed currently. Because if we could find that, then we could drop a queen cell in from there. Oh man, look at this. They are building queen cells right here. So we might be able to just drop a queen cell right in from this. This colony has swarmed again and again and again for me this year. Totally sucks. And that's what I get for not using a queen excluder up in my honey super, but I was experimenting this year to see if I could save myself about $20 per hive on the excluders. This is not bad, but I'm not going to spin that yet. I think I'm going to wait on this one just a couple more weeks. At least we got one crop. Yeah, this is almost capped up. They're starting. Alright, so we're going to give this till the end of June here. But what I am going to do, being that I'm seeing queen cells and they're loaded, I'm going to check for more queen cells down below. Because I really like this colony. They overwintered well. They packed on a lot of honey. They drew a lot of good wax. Alrighty. Put that right there. That's a nice little drone there. So I checkerboarded this last time. Because they had a couple of blank frames on the exterior. Wow, this is packed out with honey here. Now these are supersedure cells in the middle. Oh, almost caught a sting in the palm. Let's see, are these charged? They have eggs in them. Looking for a queen. Not seeing her. I don't want to shake this frame off. So I'm going to put this right down here on the side, let it lean. See what they're doing here. They are starting to draw it. So what we need is a cell that is able to get cut off of here. Oh, there's a lot of drone brood on this frame. I don't think they went laying worker on me. They did swarm. Wow, Jesus. Maybe this is a laying worker colony now, but there are queens growing in these cells. Maybe they're just running out of room, but there's a few cells with like several eggs and a couple of larvae, so that's never a good sign. If I have a laying worker colony here, Jesus. This was one of my best colonies coming out of winter. A lot of drones. Not looking promising, unfortunately. They don't sound queenless, so that's the thing. Maybe I'm just all in queen cells. Or not queen cells, drone brood area. That's fully packed with nectar. Same thing with that. Oh, there's a hive beetle. Let's get him. He's hiding on me. Got him. Nice. That'll take out some future beetles. Alright, we're going to close this up. We're actually going to go down to the next box quick. This is not good, guys. These hives the other week were all doing great. They swarmed. They had the queen cells. Queen cells hatched. Queen cells came back in here. Well, mated successfully, came back. But obviously they didn't like her. Go figure. And I know I have plenty of genetic diversity in my yards. I have more genetic diversity right down the road from my neighbors got colonies. Oh man, this is serious. We glued on there. Whew. My neighbor has colonies down the road, so he's got more different genetics. So it's not like she didn't mate successfully. Just not great news this year. Hold on, don't hit me. Lots of pollen. Lots of drones. They're sounding a little queenless down here though. you see this has all, it looks like worker cells, but I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I have a sheet of brood in here. Hopefully I do. Sorry, Grilly. I am seeing eggs though, but like I said, it could be from a laying worker. I'm gonna kneel down. They need more smoke. They're agitated. Let's hope they're just superseding a bad queen, not going laying worker on me. I am at the point in the season where I'm starting to lose a lot of colonies now. I just went through 3 nukes today and only 2 were good. I have to get over and check my other yard to see what they're up to. But I don't know, we're gonna check this colony in a week and see exactly what's going on. We may have to requeen, and hopefully we can requeen in time and not have the laying workers really take over, because then I'll be shaking this whole box out. This girl is not happy with me. They don't sound queenless. This colony sounded queenless. So, and also they have 3-4 boxes of bees. It's just bad news in the bee house today, man. So, break that sideways is swarm tenatic. Make that word up probably. Swarm tendencies. Couldn't find a queen, but found eggs. If it's upright, found a queen, superseding or swarming. And then this forward is queen right. So, couldn't find a queen, but we got eggs. This one, we have still no queen, no eggs, no nothing. So we're gonna have to pop something in here. Let me see if I can find some queen cells. So you see, I put a cell right in between these frames like that. The girls will tend to it, and that will hopefully hatch out in a couple of days. It's actually got a red tip on there, so usually that's when they hatch out even sooner. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up now. That's it. I'll tell you what, guys and girls, I'm not too happy with inspections today. We literally have hive 1 and 3 that are looking like they're gonna swarm. I actually pulled swarm cells out of 3, put it into hive 5. Swarm cell out of hive 1, put it into hive 6. We're not looking good, I'll tell you. Not at all. So, absolutely crazy. And I was gonna pull the queen out of hive 3 and drop her in to one of our queenless splits, but she flew off the frame on me. So go figure. I think the queen in this box is up here. Really don't know for sure, but these bees are pissed. Wouldn't be surprised if we actually get them to swarm on us right now. feel like they might just come right out of this box. They were drawing up a little bit up top here, not a whole lot. Good year for swarming, I suppose, but not a good year for honey production, really. You think we had 8 decently strong colonies. I'd say 6 of the 8 were strong coming out of winter, and they're really not doing anything. They're waiting for the worst time of the year. A lot of them swarmed, I guess because it was a good spring. But a lot swarmed because of that nice good spring. And then I've been losing honey crop because of it. And I split them. I went from 8 colonies in the season, and as soon as it was, I think it was like April 15th, April 20th, I made a bunch of splits. And I went from 8 to 15 or 16. We're at 25 now, so I've had a few extractions. And I can't seem to catch a break. Even though I've split all of my colonies down, I've still had them swarm. Even though they've swarmed, they've wanted to swarm again. It's just one thing after another. I'm gonna pop in to one of the splits and see if they have a queen yet, because last week they were queenless too. Hoping they have a queen in here. Not gonna use any smoke, just because I really want to see. There's a lot of bees, I'll tell you that. They don't really sound like queenless roar anymore. They had that queenless roar last week though. We're just going to pull out an empty right here. Don't want them hiding that queen on me. So that's a good amount of nectar in there and capped honey. I think that's the frame that we gave them. It was like there was originally just a honey rainbow on it. Lots of nectar on this frame here. Same, they got some pollen over on this side. We got 5 full frames of bees. At least we know we built this, because this was a nucleus as of the other week. We just dropped her in here. There were queens in all of them when they were nukes, and then we transferred them. So right now I'm just looking to see if I see any eggs or a queen. Which might just be a virgin hiding around here somewhere. There is a little supersedure cell in the middle there, and it does have royal jelly inside of it. I'm assuming there's larvae in there. I don't know what it is with these queens this year, but something's not letting them mate correctly. It's a bad year. Oh, I got eggs all down in here. So they don't have the queenless roar anymore like they did the other day. There's a queen right there. I see her. So this is not queenless. Okay. Hopefully, let me spot the queen, guys. Do you see her? I'll try to keep her in the middle of the frame. She's there. Putting her back. But she must not be doing a good job if they're superseding. So now I have the choice with 1 and 3. Do I split them down into nucleuses again? And because I lost 2 nukes, so I could split them into nucleuses again, and I could see if they make that, and if they decide they're going to still swarm or not. or I just let them swarm and hopefully catch them. Let them do their natural thing. Try not to stress them out too much. A lot of decisions, and unfortunately the bees are going to be bees at the end of the day, and we can only be here to keep them healthy. But I don't know. I'm going to find out soon enough. So anyway guys, I think that's where I'm going to cut the video today. I am super disappointed in my bees. I feel like even though I've been doing everything right, I just don't know what I'm doing. And happens, I guess. You know, 4 years beekeeping, and they're really pushing my buttons this year. So we're gonna see. Maybe next year will be better, but it's unfortunate because I was expecting at least 400 pounds of honey. I think we're around probably like 50 or 60 right now. I don't know. I guess it's still early in June, so we'll find out exactly what's going on. But best we could do, never good enough, and the bees are going to be bees at the end of the day. So we're going to check up more colonies, but I think that's where we're leaving it today. Hopefully I have some good news in the last 2 colonies. But anyway guys, wherever you are, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care guys.